student, welcome to the class of Sulagna Higher Secondary School. Student, previous class I have discussed about the charges and also I have discussed the scalar form of Coulomb's law. Students, today we will discuss about the vector form of Coulomb's law, or this can be written as the force due to like charges and also the force due to unlike charges in vector form. And after that, today we will discuss the superposition principle, that is force due to multiple charges. So let's start with the lecture. So student, today we will discuss about Coulomb's law in vector form. This is Coulomb's law in vector form. So student, if we will find the force between two charges, means that force can be two type. If I will take two charges, positive charge and positive charge, then they will repel each other. Two charges, negative charge and negative charge, they will also repel each other. So I will take the first case, Q1 and Q2 are like charges. Okay, and in the second case I will take Q1, Q2 are unlike charges. Unlike charges means one is positive charge, definitely other is negative charge. So going towards the diagram, so I will draw the diagram. I will take the axis here. I will take the axis. Let's say this is x, this is y axis, and this is z axis. And here I will take two charges. I will take two charges. Let's say this charge is Q1, this charge is Q2. Okay, so this is the origin. So I have taken here Q1, the charges possessed Q1 charges. I have taken here point A for Q1 charges and point B for Q2 charges. So I want to draw first the position vector of point A. The position vector of point A. Let's say it is R1 vector. It is R1 vector. And again I will draw the position vector of point B. Okay, I will say this is R2 vector. Okay, then if I will draw a line from A to B, then I will say that AB is the displacement vector, which is, I have given the name here, R vector. So R vector is the displacement vector, that is AB vector, or we know from the scalar vector chapter that, so here position vector is R vector, which is we know from scalar vector chapter the displacement vector R vector is equal to this OB position vector minus OA position vector. Okay, so this is the diagram. Now here see the force exerted on Q2 due to Q1. See, this Q1 and Q2 will repel each other. So I will say force on Q2 due to Q1. I will write the name F21. Okay, why I will take this direction? Because Q1 will repel Q2. That's why I have written here force on Q2 due to Q1, F21, force on charge 2 due to charge 1. Okay, similarly I will draw the force on Q1 due to Q2. I will draw the force here, force on Q1 due to Q2, 1 due to Q2. Okay, force on charge Q1 due to Q2. Why? Because if I will say Q1 is fixed, then Q2 will repel Q1. Repel means in the opposite direction of F21. So in this direction I have taken F12. Now going to the derivation part. Okay, I will write here, let Q1, Q2, two like charges placed at point A and B respectively in vacuum. Definitely I have taken vacuum because I will take here epsilon naught. See, Q1, Q2 are two live charges placed at point A and B respectively in vacuum. Okay. So R1 is the position vector of A and R2 is the position vector of B. So I have written here R1 is the position vector of point A, R2 is the position vector of point B, and R vector is the displacement vector from A to B. So you know that displacement vector is the difference of final position vector minus initial position vector. So I have written here R2 minus R1. So the vector R vector is equal to R2 minus R1. Okay. If I will take the magnitude, then I have written here R means magnitude of R vector is equal to R, which is equal to R2 vector minus R1 vector का magnitude होता है. Then here I will take the direction of this displacement vector. I will take the direction of displacement vector, that r cap we know that R vector by magnitude of R vector. So I have written here R2 vector minus R1 vector by magnitude of R2 vector minus R1 vector. Okay. So F21 means force on charge Q2 due to Q1. F21 I will write force of Q2 due to Q1, or I can say force on Q2 due to Q1. So scalar form of Coulomb's law, we know that 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square, that is scalar form, but here we are deriving the vector form. So see, I will take the direction of F21. Okay. F21 direction in the diagram, see here, observe here, the direction of F21 is in this way. This is the direction of R vector, or I can say the direction of F21 is along the direction of R cap. R cap is showing the direction of displacement vector R vector. That's why I will write the direction of F21 as R cap. Okay. Similarly, for the direction of F12 direction is opposite to F21, that is opposite to R vector. So in case of F12 I will take the direction minus R cap. Why minus R cap? The direction of R cap is along the direction of R vector, that is along the direction of F21, but F12 is opposite to F21, that's why, or opposite to R cap, that's why I will take in case of F12 I will take the direction minus of R cap. Okay. F21 equal to, I will write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square, and into the, it is the direction of position and displacement vector R vector, that is R cap. Then I will write R cap, I can write R vector by magnitude of R vector. We know that, right? I will write here R cap equal to R vector by magnitude of R vector. Here I will write again 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by RQ into R vector. And previously we know that R vector equal to how much? R2 vector minus R1 vector. We know that R vector equal to R2 vector minus R1 vector. Okay. So I will put here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R2 vector minus R1 vector magnitude to the power Q into, in place of R vector I will write here R2 vector minus R1 vector. Okay. So I will write here F21 vector equal to Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R2 vector minus R1 vector by R2 vector minus R1 vector of magnitude to the power Q. Okay. Similarly, if I will write F12 vector, that is force on Q1 due to Q2. What I will write in the magnitude form 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square, because the distance, magnitude of every distance is same, that's why I have written here R square, into the direction of F12 is opposite to the displacement vector of R, that's why I have written here minus R cap. Minus R cap means the direction of displacement vector opposite to the direction of displacement vector, that's why I have written here minus R cap. This minus R cap then I will write here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 in place of r cap. Okay, in place of r cap. So here I will write 1, I will write here q1 q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught c minus r vector by this r square into r, because r vector by r is equal to r cap, and I have written here minus sign because the f12 direction is opposite to the direction of displacement vector r vector. Okay, that is rq. So I have written here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 minus this minus, and we know previously r vector equal to r2 vector minus r1 vector divided by this is rq, and we know that magnitude of r is equal to magnitude of r2 vector minus r1 vector to magnitude to the power q, and if I will take this minus outside, then I will get minus of q1 q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught r2 vector minus r1 vector by r2 vector minus r1 vector magnitude power q. See, f21 is equal to this much, same this equal to this, but here minus sign. So I can write f12 f21, this is equal to f21, and minus sign is here. So in place of this I will write f21 and minus is there. So what I will get, f12 vector is equal to minus of f21 vector. That's I can say Coulomb's law obeys Newton's third law of motion. What is Newton's third law of motion? Every action there is an equal and opposite direction. Means I can say force on q1 is equal to force on q2, or I can say force on q1 due to q2 is equal to force on q2 due to q1. Now we will move towards to the second case. Here case 2 I will write q1 and q2 are on like charges. q1 and q2 are on like charges, and coming to the diagram, here I will take again axis, this is x, this is y, and this part is I will write z. I will take two charge, okay, and this is charge q1 a point, this is charge q2 b point. So I will draw the position vector here, same process. I will draw the position vector, okay, this is r1 vector, and I will draw the position vector of q2, this is r2 vector, okay. Now the displacement vector, will be like this. The direction, this is the direction of displacement vector, okay. I will say this is r vector. But here q1 and q2 are on like charges. On like charges means if q1 positive then definitely q2 negative, or if q2 positive then definitely q1 negative. So what will happen? They both will attract each other. Means the force on q1 due to q2 is on the direction of r12, sorry, r vector. So I will write here force on q1 due to q2, this is same in the direction of r vector, because q2 will attract q1. Similarly q1 will attract q2. So force on q2 ड्यू टू q1 वो कौन सा डायरेक्शन होगा? टुवर्ड्स द डायरेक्शन ऑफ ए. सो दिस विल F21 वेक्टर. फोर्स ऑन q1 ड्यू टू फोर्स ऑन q2 ड्यू टू q1, क्योंकि q2 को q1 अपने तरफ खींचेगा तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? फोर्स F21 वेक्टर. फोर्स ऑन q2 ड्यू टू q1 opposite to the displacement vector. The direction of F21 is opposite to the displacement vector. That is the diagram. So here I will write the first equation F12 we know force on Q1 due to Q2. Here I will write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. See, the direction of F12 is along the direction of displacement vector. So here I will write R cap. R cap showing the direction of displacement vector R vector. And here also I will write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. In place of R cap, we know the unit vector R cap equal to R vector by magnitude of R vector. So here I have written R vector by R. That implies I will write again F12 vector. This is vector F12 vector equal to Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R vector by RQ. And you know that what is R vector? R vector equal to R2 vector minus R1 vector. Okay, and R equal to magnitude of R2 vector minus R1 vector. Okay, then I will write here Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R2 vector minus R1 vector by R2 vector minus R1 vector magnitude power Q. This is F12. And similarly, I will write force on Q2 due to Q1 F21 equal to what? I will write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square into minus R cap minus R cap. Why minus R cap? See here F21 force on Q2 ड्यू टू Q1 मीन्स Q2 के ऊपर जो फोर्स आएगा वो टुवार्ड्स Q1 आएगा क्योंकि Q1 Q2 को खींचेगा अपनी तरफ. सो फोर्स का डायरेक्शन टुवार्ड्स ए होगा. सो ये वाला डायरेक्शन जो पोजीशन डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर है दिस डायरेक्शन का अपोजिट होगा. दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव टेकन हेयर माइनस R cap. Okay, minus R cap means here I have taken minus common. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square into R vector by R. Okay, so this is F12. Okay, so in place of this I will write F12. This is or I can write minus of Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R2 vector minus R1 vector R2 vector minus R1 vector divided by R2 vector minus R1 vector mod of power Q, or I can write minus of F12 vector. Okay, so this is all about this is also proved that Newton's third law of motion. So Coulomb's law proves Newton's third law of motion. Every action there is an equal and opposite direction, and here I have proved that F21 vector equal to minus of F12 vector. So this is all about Coulomb's law in vector form. Now I will discuss about superposition principle, that is force between multiple charges. So force between multiple charges, let discuss about the diagram. Okay, so here I will write diagram. Here I will write diagram. Okay, I will draw the diagram. So now I will take the axis. This is x, this is y, and this is z axis. Okay, x, y, z axis. Now I will take a test charge here. Let this is Q naught. I will take a test charge here. Okay, this is Q naught. And also I will take another 3 charges. Also I will take another 3 charges, one here, one in this position, and one in this position. Okay, I will take another 3 charges. Let this is Q1, this is Q2, this is Q3. So मुझे क्या करना है, Q नॉट चार्ज के ऊपर जो फोर्स आएगा ड्यू टू Q1, ड्यू टू Q2, ड्यू टू Q3, जो फोर्स आएगा वो फोर्स, टोटल फोर्स ऑन Q नॉट निकालना है. सो आई विल ड्रॉ द पोजीशन वेक्टर ऑफ ईच चार्जेस. सो हेयर आई विल ड्रॉ द पोजीशन वेक्टर ऑफ Q1. This is R1 position vector, and I will draw the position vector of Q2. Q2, this is R2 position vector, and here I will draw position vector of Q naught. This is R naught position vector, and also I will draw the position vector of Q3. This is R3 position vector. Again I will draw the direction of force on Q naught due to Q1. So I will draw here direction of force on Q naught due to Q1. Here I will write the force on Q naught due to Q1. This is the direction of direction of force on Q naught due to Q1. And similarly I will draw the direction of force on Q naught due to Q2. This is the direction of force on Q naught due to Q2. And similarly this is the direction of force on Q naught due to Q3. These are the 3 forces. Now according to the superposition principle, the total force acting on a test charge due to several other charges is equal to the vector sum of all the 3 forces, all the other forces. So here is the statement. Okay, the total force on a given charge. What is the given charge here? Q naught. Q naught is the given charge. The total force on the given charge is vector sum of all the individual forces exerted by each of the other charges. That's why the total force on Q naught is the vector sum of all the individual forces, that is F01 force, F02 force, F03 force, vector sum of, not it, this is the vector sum, not algebraic sum or scalar sum. The vector sum of all the forces means the force on Q naught is equal to the resultant of 3 forces, F01, F02 and F03. So going to the derivation part. So here is the derivation section where I will write, let charges Q1, Q2, Q3 up to Qn are situated at points with position vector R1, R2, R3 up to Rn respectively with respect to origin. Here the charges I have taken, 3 charges Q1, Q2, Q3 are placed with respect to the position vector R1, R2 and position vector R3. Okay, so the total force on Q naught at position R naught, जैसे कि Q naught का position vector क्या है R naught, due to all the n discrete charges. n discrete charges means जो Q1, Q2, Q3 up to जो Q1, Qn बोले, due to these charges can be, so I can write vector sum according to the statement of superposition principle, the sum of all the vectors, sum of all forces, the vector sum of all the forces is equal to the total force. So I will write here F vector means the total force equal to F naught 1. Force on charge Q naught due to Q1, force on charge Q naught due to Q2, force on charge Q naught due to Q3, and up to I can write force on charge Q naught due to Qn. And here I will write the formula. F vector is equal to, in place of F naught 1 I will write Q naught Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, and I will write R naught vector minus R1 vector divided by magnitude of R naught vector minus R1 vector power q. This is for F naught 1 vector. And also again I will write for F naught 2 vector, what I will write, Q naught Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. That type of formula I have derived in the Coulomb's law in vector form, that is R naught minus R2, R naught vector minus R2 vector divided by R naught vector minus R2 vector magnitude power q. And next this is for F naught 2 vector, and for F naught 3 I will write similarly Q naught Q3 by 4 pi epsilon naught R naught vector minus R3 vector divided by magnitude of R naught vector minus R3 vector to power q. And up to I will write for F naught n Q naught Qn by 4 pi epsilon naught by 4 pi epsilon naught R naught vector minus Rn vector divided by R naught vector minus Rn vector magnitude power 3. Okay, or I can write, see, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation of n equal to 0 to I n equal to, I will write 1 to I, 1 to I. So I will write here Q naught Qi R naught vector minus, in place of n I will write I, Ri vector divided by magnitude of R naught vector minus Ri vector power 3. Okay, this is the sum of total force. So this is the superposition principle or force due to multiple charges, which states that the total force on a given charge is vector sum of all the individual forces exerted by each of the other charges. That is, I can write F equal to summation of, I can write F equal to F naught 1, F naught 2, F naught 3, that is up to F naught n. Means force on charge Q naught due to Q1 plus force on charge Q naught due to Q2 plus force on charge Q naught due to Q3 and so on. Okay, keep watching. Thank you.